What is up, guys? Kotaku is here, and we are back with another Digimon unboxing video. This time around, we have the Wolf of Friendship starter deck unboxing. It's been a really long time since we had Digimon products, so I am very excited. And Digimon is finally back on the menu, boys and girls. So yeah, let's open this up, and we'll also go for this at the end of the video. This is the limited edition set, card set. If you've seen this in my Dragon of Courage unboxing, then you guys can skip that. But just in case you haven't seen that, you guys can watch that. But here we go. We have the MetalGarurumon deck. Very hype. So let's look at the playmat. I think of the two boss monsters, I think MetalGarurumon is better. But I think just because Agumon has a lot more support, the deck itself is going to be a lot more consistent and just a lot more playstyles. So there's the playmat. Purple Garurumon in general hasn't gotten support since set 2. So it'd be kind of funky to play with, but this card, Purple, has a lot of support, so you might want to build your deck around that. I'll be experimenting with my builds as well, but we'll see. So let's have a look at the deck. Oh, sorry. We have 4 of the Tsunamons. So this is the new Tsunamon. On attack, if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, you can draw 1. So pretty cool. We have it on attack draw for Purple now. I forgot if they had one before, but I don't remember. I haven't used one. But this is nice to have. Next, we also have Elekimon. On play, draw 1, and then you can discard 1. So very similar to the Levelmon. But this is another option that we have. Similar to Black's Toy Agumon. We have effects with same effects but different Digimon, so that you can play more to boost the consistency if you want to run 8. Next, we have 2 of the Gabumons. This is the new Gabumon. This one, during your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, you can get 1 memory. And on attack, draw 1, and then you can discard 1. I think there is already a Gabumon with the same effect, but that one doesn't have a main skill, so this is nice to have. Cool. Alright, next, let's have a look at the Agumon. It has Retaliation, which is really nice to have on a level 3. Wait. What? Wait a sec. Oh, sorry. Brain 4. So yeah, you get 4 of those. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we get 4 of those. Nice. This will definitely be coming handy in other decks as well. It's just a good generic level 3 to have in your deck if you need a filler for level 3s. Next, we have Gotsumon. It's level 3 with Retaliation, but it also when you attack with this card, you lose 2 memory. So it's good, but it's also not super good. I think this will be less fillery than the Agumon, but it's still nice to have. I have Bakemon. It's a new blocker, 4-cost blocker for Purple, and you don't lose memory when you attack with this one. That's nice. Not sure if you will play it, but it is an option, and I always like options. So 4 of those. Next, we also have Meramon. So on deletion, you get 1 memory, which is really good for some Purple decks that you play back level 4s, so that you can pop it to get 1 memory to extend your turn. Nice. Next, we have the new Garurumon. So this lets you devolve on any Gabumon for 2 cost. And in your security, if you check this in your security, you can play a Gabumon or a mat for free from your hand or trash. Very strong. As I mentioned before, Greymon also has the same effect, and I think these will be staple for their own respective tribal decks. And on evolution, you can draw 1 and discard 1, so pretty good. On attack, you can draw 1, discard 1. So this is a very solid card to have in general. Wish we get 4, but you know, these starter decks are pretty good value already, so that's fine. Next we have Pumpkinmon. So on play, you can play a level 3 Digimon for free. A purple Digimon for free. So I guess you can combo this with your Retaliation Bro, but I don't know. It's okay. Nice option to have. Very generic, so you can play this with any purple deck if you need filler. Next we have Mammothmon. Mon. It's a blocker, it's a level 5 blocker, and it also has retaliation for its inherit, which is nice. Lots of retaliation. So if you want to build a retaliation deck, you have options now, which is good. Next we also have the new Garurumon. So this lets you Digivolve on top of any Garurumon for 3 costs. And on attack, you can ditch a card from your hand to make this card unsuspend. So this is very good because you can use this with your old Gabumon Tribal deck and just do extra attacks with this as well. And on attack, you can discard a card from your hand to delete something level 4 or less as an inherit. So that's interesting. We have a lot of really good Garurumons already, so I don't know if this will have a place in the decks, but being able to just discard one and unsuspend is actually really, really good. So I think this one might see a lot of use as well, but we'll see. I have a lot of extra Garurumon promos, so I'll probably build multiple Garurumon decks just to playtest. Next we have the MetalGarurumon Ace. So this is the new mechanic Ace. It lets you blast Digivolve by using the counter, which is during your opponent's turn. So on evolution, you can discard 3 cards from your hand, and then for every card discarded, you get +1 memory, which is amazing. This is one of the best cards, one of the best Ace cards we have right now. But it takes a little bit of setup, and your opponent, if your opponent is playing against you, they probably know what you can do, so they'll probably try to play around it. And there are a lot of decks that can pop level 5s now, so your Garurumon might die before you can even blast evolve. So it makes it a little bit more fair. And when this card attacks, you can discard a card from your hand, and then you can discard the lowest level Digimon on the field, which is really good as well. So this card is just really, really good in general. Of course, it does have overflow, which, if you guys didn't know, when this card is removed from the field, your opponent gets 4 memory. So a little bit of a downside there, but this card's so good already, it needs a little bit of a caveat. And it is a 6 cost to on play, so yeah. So you get 2 of those, very nice. I do like this card more than the Greymon, but I think the Greymon has more flexibility. With this deck, I think you will majority want to play it in either a discard deck or a Garurumon, a full Garurumon deck. But for a Garurumon deck, I don't know how much of the discard cards you're going to run, so I'm going to play test with that. But this will be really fun in a discard deck as well. I guess it's pretty rigid for the Greymon because you're gonna probably just play it in tribal, but there's a lot of different variations for Greymon right now. So, all right, next we have Skull Mammothmon. So on evolution, draw 1, discard 1, and then during both players' turns, if you discard a card by card effect, then you can play a level 4 for free. So you could potentially combo it with this, but this card doesn't have blockers, so that's a bit sad, but that's okay. You can save it for next turn and use it to crash or something. It's pretty cool. Next we have Yamato, or Matt if you're American. It's a memory setter, and during both players' turn, whenever a card is discarded, you can tap or rest this Tamer to get 1 memory, which is really good. So potentially, if you have multiple of these on field, and you have the Garurumon, you can get a lot of memory. But we'll see. So if one has 4 memory and you're attacking, and then you have this, potentially if you have 3 of these and then you have multiple of these, then you might just end their turn even if they have 4 memory. So pretty good. So if you have 2 of these, 3 of just even Blast Evolve, you can get 5 memory back and it'll go past your turn. So pretty amazing. Next we have the, what is this? What's this card called? It is called Lamentation of Friendship. It is the new option card. We only get 2 of these. That's okay. If you have a Yamato on your field, you can play this ignoring its color requirements. And then from your trash, you can return a Digimon card back to your hand. Afterwards, until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Garurumon Digimon gets, when this card's deleted, you can play this card for free. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you can kind of prevent the problem I was mentioning before, where if your Garurumon dies, you can't do the counter. It'll be kind of an extra layer of protection, so you can play it back, and then if your opponent's still attacking, you can just blast Digimon onto this. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I can see this being played more than the black version of this, the Taishi one. Yeah, this is pretty good. All right, next for the last option card we have in this deck, we have Baldy Blow. That's a weird name. Main activates on our main phase. Delete something level 5 or less. Delete your opponent's level 5 or less. So not too relevant to this deck. Maybe if this card had a discard effect, it might be better. But for 4 costs, it's actually not bad. Not bad. And if you use this against a card with overflow, like if you delete a ace level 5, you can pretty much play this card for free. Because you pop it, you get 3 memory back, you play it for 1 memory. Pretty good. I guess it's pretty good for that reason. Yeah. The ace cards kind of changed the way the game is played now, just because their memory cost is so low. So a lot of the black cards from before will be a lot better now, just because they're based on popping on their cost, and a lot of the new Ace Digimon's costs are pretty low. So you can pop either multiple, or you can pop Digimon for a very low cost. And since you get memory when you pop them, you can refund memory back. So it's really, really good. Next we have the 2 memory counters. This is the Gabumon and Garurumon. Very nice. Which one do you like more? Do you like the Wargreymon one more, or do you like the Garurumon one more? This is the Garurumon one more. Oops. Yeah. I don't know, they're both nice. I kind of like the red and blue one from the tournament more, but and as I mentioned before, let's open one of these just to show you guys the cards before I wrap it up. If you guys seen this already, you guys can skip to the end or log off here. But yeah, so we have a bunch of support for some old decks that needed a lot of support, and you know, these are really nice. So we have the Zuamon that lets you check top card of the deck, and if it's a Legend Arms, you get 2 memory back. It also gives you Raid. Here is the Seedramon that lets you prevents one of your Digimon from dying in battle. It also gives it one of your Digimon Rush when it's played by effect, so this is pretty good as well. Edamon, I'm not sure if this is actually good because I haven't built an Edamon deck, which I will soon, since we have this new card now. More support. So yeah, it gives you the Digivolve 1 on play or on evolution, and then the Inherit skill lets you pop something, or sorry, it lets you play a level 3 black or yellow card. I'm really happy that all these cards are on play and on evolve. So lots of options to do. The Quagmon lets you stun something, stun a Tamer or a Digimon on evolution or on play, and the hair just gives you 2k. The Raremon is treated as a cyborg, and it lets you discard 1, draw 2, which might be really good for the discard deck. And then on attack, you can discard a card from hand so that you can delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, which is good for killing floodgates. We also saw Skullgreymon, which lets you delete something on the field. You have to kill one of your own Digimon first, and then you can pop something 5k or less. Pop 2 things 5k or less. This is a mistake I made in the Wargreymon video. I apologize for that. And then the on deletion lets you play a red or purple Digimon that's level 3 for free. And then of course we have the main money cards in the set. We have the training cards. Offensive training boosts, or all of them let you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you can add one of them to the top, and then you put the rest at the bottom. So add it to your hand and then put the rest at the bottom. And then for the delay effect, instead of gaining memory, you reduce the cost of your evolution. So if you evolve, you can reduce the cost by 2, which is pretty much the same as the memory boost, except you are not going to be you're not going to have problems with the Digimon floodgates that prevent you from gaining memory, but you are going to be having trouble with the Digimon floodgates that reduce the evolution costs. So you can pick your poison. But here's offensive training. This is for red. This is mental training for blue. Physical training for yellow. Agility training for green. Defensive training for black. And we have the wisdom training for purple. So very nice cards, and I think these will end up like the memory boost. They're going to be expensive. At least in Japanese anyway. I'm not sure how you guys are going to get it in English. Hopefully they won't be, 1 per box toppers, because then that's going to definitely inflate the price. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've made some Digimon content, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. And I will be doing updates for these decks, or simple videos on how you can upgrade these decks if you're new players. And yeah, that's that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate links down below. But yeah, this is Karataku, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!